I've drowned too deep, no strength to fight. 물결 속을 헤매이고 있어.
Welcome to Free Live Tarot Readings. I'm Tarot Oracle and I do the readings.
It's 6:30. Time for the Tarot Oracle Show.
What is going on, Bardman, Mina, Crystal, Sarah, and KSW? How are you doing this fine Monday? We have begun another work week. It is time to get to work, I have to say. And, do a little tarot on the side. A little tarot after the work is done. Get some tarot cards, throw them out there and see what they say. See what they say. So Paula, welcome. Crystal, what is going on? Good to see everybody. What do we got? Let's do some new decks tonight. I do want to do this one. This one is the Bright Future Tarot. I was pretty pleased with this overall. It is not too bad of a deck. It's nice. It's pretty thick. It's got decent graphics. So I'm pretty pleased with it overall. I kind of like it. I've grown to like it. Kanan, welcome. Andrew, what is going on? Good to see everybody. Sheila, what is up? Boo Boo, welcome. How are you doing? So we got a lot of good stuff going tonight. It is action-packed over here. Had a great weekend. How was everybody's weekend? Good to see everybody again. Do some sewing to repair a pair of pants. Yeah, I need to figure out sewing so I can make some tarot bags. That's sort of my next thing, hopefully, is sort of get some tarot bags going and figure out how they're going to be able to organize and be put together and whatnot. That's going to be one of the things. Anyway, please tell me what Stefan's next actions towards me. Crystal wants to know. Stefan, has Stefan been up to any good? Has Stefan been up to any good at all? Let's find out. What are the next actions towards me? Let's figure that out. By using the deck that we just brought out. We're using the deck that we just put on the table. So that is going to be, this is the bright future. Yeah. Hopefully it's a bright future between you and Stefan. See what their actions are going to be. The devil. Oh my. They started off kind of wild over here. The star. Very interesting. And, okay, it appears that they've been coming around. It's like that they do have some actions. They do have some things that they need to get done. They do have some actions towards you. And it seems like it's specifically towards you, right? Sarah, thank you for your donation. Let me know what your question is. King of Cups. This is sort of an interesting concept here. It's almost like that you're talking about it's almost like we're talking about the communication between you and Stefan, right? We have the communication going, things are going well. I think it seems to be some sort of a communication as far as emotionally going. Now, I don't think this is two-sided. I think a lot of this is one-sided. Manna, Linda, Tammy, Kanan, YouTube user, thank you for your donation. I appreciate it. But there's almost like a one-sided kind of thing there. So that is definitely going to be one of those things. Let's see. What is your question? All right, let's see what the question is. We got another reading request. The star says that Stefan is not the first time that they've sort of taken actions. It's not the first time that they've sort of blended in or the first time that they've initiated things or something like that. I think that they're definitely not going to be one that is too aggressive with it or too sort of assertive with it. They're going to be kind of relaxed, kind of pulled back, but they do sort of come around multiple times, right? Renee, welcome. How are you doing tonight? Good to see you. Three of Pentacles says Stefan only has a limited amount of effort they are going to put forward to it. Limited amount. Either they're lacking the patience, either they have some other things they need to be doing, either the priorities are not straight, sort of thing. But you do have that interaction where you just kind of don't know where they're going next, because that's sort of the devil. I think a lot of times Stefan just literally does not know where they're going next. Maddie, welcome to the stream. How you doing? The devil and that Three of Pentacles combo. I sort of don't know where I'm going, but maybe it's sort of focused on me more than you. And I'm only willing to work a little bit for it, all right? Maddie, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you so much. All right. So that's a little bit of the Stefan action. All right. We got a request in that I did not get the other day. So I owe Christina a reading for a general. So let's get a general on the table and see how that is gonna go. Let's see, can I get my tool? Get my tool and put in here. That sounds bad, but you know what I mean. General reading, there we go. Gives Christina a general reading with a divine masculine, a grossly underrated deck. The art's good. It looks just amazing. It has super high quality card stock. I'm just saying, this is a pure win for me. This deck is. All right, let's see a little general reading. What is going to happen with Christina and how it goes to Eight of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands. I think you have a new home at work. Think that you have a new opportunity, or you have something that you're headed for, or you have something within work that is going to be changing. It's almost like some new home that we have, right? Decisions need to be made. The world says it opens up. Basically, I'm going through here. I'm predicting that your workplace is going to change. Going out on a limb. I'm not saying tomorrow. I'm not suggesting tomorrow. I am just saying it is going to change. I would say within the next 6 months. Your workplace is going to change, maybe 5 months. The World is an interesting card here. It is talking about just sort of rotating through, moving through, going to the next stage, going to the next cycle. And it is that cycle. It's almost like that you do have this opportunity sort of opening up here. And the reason I say that is because the World's next to the Eight of Pentacles. The World is a conclusion card, right? A conclusion card. It's a great card. It's a good news card. We know that. But it is a conclusion card. And the Eight of Pentacles says we have another thing opening. We have another opportunity opening here. And we need to make some choices between that. It's like we need to choose between here, there. We need to choose sort of the dynamic that we're going to be focusing on. We need to choose sort of where we're going to be landing and being in, right? Because the Four of Wands is we have a new home. That's the bottom line. The Four of Wands is a new home, sort of a relocation feel there. So that is going to be the feeling. That is going to be sort of where this goes. So we're doing the general reading. I'm predicting your workplace is moving, right? Your workplace is moving indeed. So that is my general prediction as we go through. All right, go to the next read. I think it may be more severe than moving to the 9th floor. I'm just saying. It might be more severe than just the 9th floor. It may be something else. A reason for everything. I'd love to know why I have to go through these hardships and my professional life. Let's see why. Why do we have hardships? Why? Is it because we need to learn some lessons? Is it because, I don't know. A good hardship deck would be mine. And I say that because they're still not done printing it. I don't know what's going on, but it seems to be a hardship with the Waterfall Tarot. And that feels like that there's a hardship indeed, because they needed to get printing on my freaking deck. I mean, I'm just pulling this out of the stream now and throwing it on the table. I'm just saying they got to get done. They need to finish because it's been forever. Same thing with the book. They're still doing my book. So, I mean, that is just going. That is just how it goes always. All right. There is a reason for everything. So Sarah's kind of giving us a preview of the reading, I think. There is a reason for everything. You have to go through all of these hardships. That's right. 10 of Pentacles, Hermit, 9 of Swords, and the Sun. I mean, okay, let's sort of break what we got down. 9 of Swords. It sort of says that you do have hardships. But the problem is, I think the focus is that you take it really seriously, or you take it a little more heavily than it is. And of course, I'm not saying the hardships aren't bad. I'm just saying that the reaction to it, or that feeling, or that weight that sort of gets us, just the weight of the situation. Star Light, Star Bright, thank you for your donation. The weight of the situation really, really leans on you, or just sort of gets on your back. It just can't be shaken off. And I think part of that is the Hermit. It feels like you're going through these alone. It feels like you don't have the support. Now, Sarah, I think that you had the support before. I think that you did have some literal support before. I was like, maybe somebody there, or maybe somebody in the family, maybe somebody, that you know. You do have support. You did have the support for that. It seems like the support may not be there anymore. That Hermit says, maybe I'm taking this on my own. Again, I'm not saying that the support just vanished. It could be the support is there, but they're not interested in helping you. It could be the support is there, but they can't help you, right? So I have an expert, for example, in painting, okay? An expert painter, and they're sort of my wife, husband, whatever. And I need to do some IT work. That person may not know IT. And they may want to help, but they really don't know what they're doing. So again, I have to go it on my own. The Hermit says, I'm just sort of carrying this weight on my own. I say weight because of that 9 of Swords, right? The 10 of Pentacles basically says you're being prepared for a final destination from this. A hardship is going to lead you here. It's going to push you there. It's going to throw you into this situation and that situation, but you're going to be pushed along like a wave. And I think at the end of the wave, the 10 of Pentacles says you have a new home. You have a new place. You have a new destination. I think that destination is going to be key here. Man, I thank you for your donation, because the Sun says that it shines across this entire spectrum. So key. It shines across the entire spectrum. Love Apples, welcome. How you doing tonight? But yeah, basically, yeah, your final destination. It's going to be a lot better than what you're experiencing now. It's definitely going to be true. All right, let's see. Who is next? We got YouTube user checking up on and the connection and the feelings. Let's do it. I want to do Thoth tonight. It's very rare. It's very rare that we do an in reading with a Thoth. And I think that we're going to do one tonight. We're just going to break it out, throw it on the table, and literally see how it just finds. And see how it just finds, All right. Let's see. We haven't done. Okay, I mean, I'm just saying, YouTube user, have we ever done the Thoth for N? I'm saying it now. Have we ever done the Thoth for N? I don't really think so. I think it is time. This emotional thing, you're pulling on them emotionally. We've established that you're being pulled emotionally, but it's almost like that at this point, we're pulling them emotionally through something. We're pulling them emotionally through something that maybe they haven't experienced before, or maybe they're just not prepared for. But I think we sort of entered this realm that they're not familiar with. They're wandering into new territory. They're trying to figure out how things go. A lot of things are just sort of loose, wandering around, trying to figure it out, trying to sort of hammer out what is going to happen next. And that's the big thing, right? Rose, thanks for your donation. Let me know what your question is. But that Ace of Cups is sort of key here. It says that the thing that we have started within, we've stopped things within, we've started, we've stopped, we've started. I think we're in sort of this new emotional territory for N. I don't think they like it. I think they're with the High Priestess. They're trying to figure out how to navigate this. They're trying to figure out how to go forth. They're trying to figure out how to do it. And a lot of this is sort of trying to figure out where they belong in the mix. Because I think that you've thrown them in for a loop a couple of times. And again, that new territory, they're not really sure how to manage that. Now, The good news is that they're willing to sort of be open and communicate a little bit better now than they did before. And that's one of the key parts, right? Sam, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. They're willing to communicate now a little better than they did before. So if you're looking at communication, if you're looking for sort of getting a little more of the truth, getting a little more things through them, I think this is going to be the key. It really is, right? Maddie is a general. Let's get it done. Let's get it done by using everybody's favorite. I'm just saying, Rita, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Get it done with a little bit of the Modern Witch Tarot. Modern Witch Tarot is so key here. I'm just saying now, the Modern Witch Tarot is I mean, it's not one of my favorites, but it is such an old reliable. It just gets things done well, and it just sort of throws it on the table and lets you know where your status is, right? A general for May. I think you have a new communication. New love. Ace of Swords and the Two of Cups. Now, I think this love is going to be completely out of your control. It is completely out of your control. It's almost like that somebody just turned the dial up a little bit on this particular person. They definitely have something happening. They definitely have something going on. It is a good mate. It is sort of a good thing. I'm not sure if you want to chase this. In fact, okay, Maddie, we're going out on tonight is going out on a freaking limb. Tonight is going out on a freaking limb night. Maddie, I'm telling you that you're going to absolutely hate this person. You're going to absolutely hate this person, but you just feel drawn to him anyway. It's one of those. It's one of the, maybe a hot mess. I don't know. Maybe a hot mess. It could be. Ace of Swords and Two of Cups. A new communication with, somebody that could be a potential partner, but we don't want to move forward. We get that Eight of Wands. It's reversed. I don't want to move anywhere with this particular person. I want to get the hell out. I want to get out of there as soon as I can. I think the biggest problem with this particular person is they just sort of read you too well quickly. They know you too well too quickly. They sort of just guessing at stuff, and they're right. And you're just like, this is kind of creepy. And they don't really creep you out. It's just that they seem to have this this level of command over you. Not where they're going to make you do stuff, but a command over you where they just know things. They sort of sense what you're feeling. They sort of know what to say. And all of a sudden you're just like, whoa, this is really kind of creepy. I don't think you're really going to get in on the person. I don't think it's going to go forward, but this is a really interesting person if you want to get to know him. Bottom line, all right? Bottom line. Picasso, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. Bottom line, it's one of those weird people that you never meet again. You never meet again, Maddie. Tonight is way out on a limb. Way out on a limb. We got Christina moving location. We got Maddie meeting somebody that just like can snap their fingers and all of a sudden know things that they shouldn't know. Going to be wild. It's going to be wild. You got to come back and let me know. Got to come back and let me know this. Starlight, Starbright, first star I have seen tonight wants some love in May. May is a love month. May is a love month. I'm going to tell you now that if I am going to fall in love, May is going to be the month that I do it. That is it. That is it. Bottom line. All right. Star love forecast. Get you some hearts in there. We got hearts floating every damn where. We got more hearts in here than you've ever seen. I'm just saying now, the moon, oh my God, the Knight of Swords, okay, the Ten of Pentacles, that's not a bad deal. That's not a bad deal. All right, long distance relationship, basically, you're stuck with it. You're stuck with it. It's a one that you've had before. It feels like this is something that is familiar, something that you know, something that has occurred to you before, something that has been there. The world is here. That Knight of Swords. You want to sort of embark upon this once more. It's a long distance relationship that you've had before, that you've had in the past, that started. Maybe it didn't work out. Maybe it had some sort of interesting thing for you and whatnot. All right. Aaron, thank you for your donation. Let me know what your question is. I had something going with that. Ten of Pentacles says this is sort of a good time to renew it. It's a good time to sort of kick it off. It's a good time to try it out. I think you should go for it. I don't think it worked before. I don't think it sort of got off the ground before. Definitely something you should go for. Starlight, Starbright, you got to get it done. You have to get it done. That is going to be key. Mana Man is blocking everybody. Mana is blocking everybody tonight. Mana, what are you doing over there? Man is breaking them hearts. Man is breaking the hearts. Let's find out about the heartbreaker with the Wizard's Tarot. If you're going to break somebody's heart, the Wizard's Tarot says that, I mean, it might as well. It might as well. It might as well be with this one. All right. Did I do the right thing? Simple yes or no question. I mean, come on. The Page of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, and Justice. Justice says justice was served. All right. Mana. They can only work your nerves so much. They really can only work your nerves so much before you got to give them the boot. Mana, you know this. I know this. They can only work your nerves so much. Queen of Pentacles says they've just hit that realm. They've entered into that realm to where you can't take it anymore. It's like where the Popeye can't take no more. The Queen of Pentacles, you just can't take it anymore. You're on a state where you have to get back in some level of control, and this is the way you're going to do it, right? The Page of Cups, yeah. Did it seem a little immature? Yes. Is it a way to eliminate this annoyance? Absolutely. I mean, absolutely. This is a way to do it. I say we're going for the thumbs up. We're going for the thumbs up because I think this is a way to get rid of them. This is a way to get rid of them. Man, you have to set a limit. You can't just arbitrarily let them flop around like a fish out of water. You got to set a limit, and you did. And that's what you need to do. I mean, I'm just saying, right? All right. I won't be rich. Well, be rich and famous. You know you won't be super rich. All right. If you've been sleeping in the tarot, stream, Rose wanted to know if they'd be super rich, and I said no. I'm sorry, Rose. I'm sorry. You didn't get that 100 million lottery ticket. It just didn't happen. But now Rose wants to know if you'll be rich and famous. That's a completely different realm. Let's be real. That is completely different. You could be rich and famous indeed. I think that might actually work for you. But I mean, let's see how that goes. The disappointment. Oh man, the disappointment. I mean, you may not be rich and famous. You may not be rich and famous. That might not be a thing. I mean, I don't know. The level of disappointment there, the level of disappointment. And the King of Cups, it is about control indeed. It is about control. If you were a King of Wands, maybe famous, I would do it. Maybe famous, I would do it. Triple Moon Goddess, you're already famous. I don't understand. I mean, I don't understand. Triple Moon Goddess, you're already famous. But the King of Cups is that level of control. I think that you have a little more control over your fame than you think you do. I think that you can get a little more famous. I think that over time you could be there. But the vibrancy says you're going to have to just really get out there and go. You're going to have to get out there and go. You're going to have to get out there and just shine like you shine. You're going to have to let everybody see how you shine. Now, keep your clothes on. I mean, I'm just saying, Rose, you got to keep your clothes on. But if you keep your clothes on, just get out there and shine. I think it is going to be a little bit of fame, not super rich, but I think that you will get a little richer. So we got a thing for Aaron. Aaron had a question. Let's see. Should I give him another chance? There's a lot of this tonight. Okay, men. Okay, listen up to me right now. Men, I'm getting a lot of readings tonight that you're working people's nerves. Okay, I'm getting a lot of readings tonight that you're working people's nerves. So be proactive. This seems like the month, this seems like sort of the rounding out of April is going to have a lot of men working your nerves. And you don't want that. You do not want that. So be careful, men. Be careful. Don't work women's nerves this month. Christina will tell you. She'll say you don't need to work men's nerves this month because that's not going to be something you really want to do. You know what I mean? All right. So let's see about that. We do have the Five of Pentacles. If you're looking at sort of figuring out, giving them another chance, the Five of Pentacles looks pretty bad. it looks pretty bad. It seems that I don't really think they crossed the line on this. Strength says you're still able to get the connection. You're still able to get a lot of good things sort of out of this, but man, it's going to require some work. It is going to require quite a bit of work. I mean, Aaron, let's ask you a question right now. How much work are you willing to put into this? I just have to ask you, how much work are you willing to put into this before you just say, screw this, right? Because I think that you've already put in a lot of work. That is a sweaty person there that is still working. And it looks like their work is never going to end. Aaron, how much effort are you going to put in before things change is my question. If you're willing to do that, if you're willing to sit there and just work and work and work and make all those, that's fine, Aaron. But are you really? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it's time to move on. I mean, entertainment purposes only. I think, Aaron, that it is time for you to move on. I mean, you got to eventually, right? Because that's just how it goes.
Hello.
All right, Samantha, should I go to school online or should I go to the campus? I'm just saying, Manna, Sunflower, and Maddie, thank you for your donations. I appreciate that.
Time for a tarot throwdown.
We have a throwdown. We have a throwdown right now. Samantha, school online. Oh, man, that sounds convenient. That sounds really convenient. I mean, if I had a vote, I'd go online. If I had a vote, I'd go online. Online is up here. And campus is right here. Campus is right here indeed. All right. I think you're going to meet more interesting people. I think you're going to have some fun. I think you're going to have more of a party atmosphere. I think there's a lot of good that comes out of being in the campus. Is it more sort of work to get there? Is it sort of more of a pain to sort of be there, be present, drive all the way, sort of get on there, find where you need to go, walk all the way, find a parking spot? Okay. Yeah, that's a pain. There is an element of just meeting people. So Samantha, you have to ask yourself, do you want to meet some new people? Do I want to sort of find some interesting people? Do I want to sort of hang out with some new people? Do I want to sort of party or things like that? That's going to be one of your deals. And you don't have enough of that, right? Because you do have a pretty active social life. Let's face it. If you want to do that, then campus is going to be your go-to. Online is so freaking convenient. Let me tell you now, you're not going to be able to get some classes online. So I think you're going to be screwed to go on campus anyway, but you're not going to be able to get everything. But you can get quite a bit. So I think that you should mix it, right? You should have a little bit of the online, max it out where you can, and then hit the campus for the remainder of it. I think it's a win. I think it's a win. So it's not really a choice. It's more of a get what you can when you run into that roadblock to where you just can't have it. Sort of move on to that next thing. Move on to the campus when you just can't get those classes online. And being on campus, you're going to meet some cool people. Just saying now. All right, Rita, will I end up marrying Jay? Let's find out if you're going to marry Jay or not. Oh, man. What kind of drama is Jay going to bring in this specification? Let's do the Gregory Scott. Everybody loves the Gregory Scott. One of my favorites. I'm telling you now. Is it Kanan's birthday? Is it a birthday? Kanan, your birthday is coming up. Is that what's going on? Where's my birthday sound? It is here.
Happy birthday!
Austin, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. I mean, marrying, it's a big step. It is a big step. If it don't work out, just get divorced. Spoiler alert. Okay. Will you end up marrying him? Simple yes or no. Where are we going to go with this? I mean, Knight of Pentacles says, oh my, there's a lot of allure to this. There's a lot of allure to this happening here. I think there's some things that you're not telling us. I think, okay, Rita, I think there's some stuff you're not telling us about Jay. There's some stuff, somebody whispering in your ear, some action happening, some things happening with that. And the Six of Swords. If you get married, it's going to be a little bit. It is going to be a little bit. It's sort of sneaking in or gradually moving into this space. You have two night moon cards here. You have two night moon cards here. It almost feels like that there are some delays with this. There are some pieces of drama in with this, right? Bottom line, though, do I think so? I'm going to give it a thumbs up. I have to say, I'm going to give it a thumbs up. This is such a clear indication of where you're going, that 10 of Cups. It is the happy family. It is a sort of open-ended. I think you're going to have a marriage outside. First of all, you're going to have a marriage outside and you will get married. Rita, bottom line, you will get married. Is there a delay? Yeah. Is there a little bit of drama you're not telling us? Rita, you're not telling us about all the drama, are you? No, you're not. There's something else going on. And that is going to cause a delay. That is going to sort of drag it out. There's going to be some things that are factor into that. It's not going to be smooth. Not going to be one of those just sort of ride along kind of things. All right, YouTube user has another question. N still has me blocked. Will you unblock and reach out soon? All right, let's see. Will they unblock me and reach out soon? We got to use the Heaven and Earth Tarot. It is mandatory. It is mandatory that we use the Heaven and Earth. That just... Why would you not use it? I mean, at this point, why would you not use the Heaven and Earth Tarot? All right, still has me blocked. I think I'm going to say yes, just based upon, okay, we do have that defense. All right, we do have that defense, but then we communicate after we have the new emotion. That's a yes. I mean, that's the fastest read in the earth. You know what we should do? We should do like a stream with just turbo reads. Like turbo reads. You lay it down, you give it an instant answer. All right, just turbo reads. This is one of them. This is one of them. We have the defensive. They're on it. Okay, YouTube. N is on the defensive. They don't really know how to react to you right now. They just do. They just do. But the key is they're going to come around. They're going to come through that doorway with the sun at their back, and they are going to want to talk to you. They are going to want to talk to you. It's just going to happen. And it's just going to happen. And just comes around. And that new emotion, that new sort of revitalization that has happened is legitimate. It is legitimate. I mean, look at this read. Look at this read. This has to be on the behind the readings on my Patreon. This has got to be there. This is such a cool read. Such a great read, man. All right, YouTube. I'm telling you, that is the most clear and obvious, thing ever. Pregnancy. Picasso wants to know. Let's get pregnant. Let's get pregnant right now. Throw it down. I mean, Picasso. We're going to use the Hermetic Tarot for this, and we got to do it right. We have to do it right because you know my pregnancy readings. You know what cards I look for. There's a whole freaking chapter on it in my new book. You know what cards I'm looking for. Come on. You know it's going to be Empress number 1. Number 2, Two of Cups. I would say the Six of Cups is very, very good as well. Ace of Wands is also, a lot of the aces are just fantastic with this. Let's see what we got. We're going to do it. Magician, 2 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. This is sort of an interesting one, right? Sam and JJ, thank you for your donations. I appreciate you. I'm going to say, man, the Magician, 2 of Pentacles, Choices, and the Hierophant. I'm going to say yes. The Hierophant is really, really sort of Walmarting it at this point. It's really Walmarting this reading at this point. The Hierophant is a higher power. It's an expert in their field. It is somebody who has that power, that has the ability, like a doctor, okay? The Magician, again, an expert in their field like a doctor. I think that you do have a pregnancy between there. We do have some choices, right? We do have some working towards the pregnancy, but since it's surrounded by experts, I'm going to go with yes. That is a thumbs up. That is a thumbs up, my friend. Maddie, what's going to happen next between me and the Pisces. Let's do it. Let's do it. Get some Pisces action in there. We're going to go with the Poe here. No, I don't think the Poe. Maddie, I don't think the Poe just fits your readings. I don't think the Poe fits your readings in general, nor do I think it especially doesn't fit this reading right now. I think that we need the modern love. That is going to do it because, I mean, you are in a situation with this Pisces with the modern love. Sometimes it's volatile. Sometimes it's up in the air. Sometimes it's the most amazing thing. You know, you just wait. This is just amazing. What is going to happen next? What is going to happen next? We have a lot of volatility here. We do a little bit on the defense. We're going to say with that, good emotional connection when it happens. When that emotional connection happens, I think we're going into something a bit more fundamental, a bit more structured. Okay. Four of Wands is a structured type of thing. It's going to be big here, going to be big. King of Wands, I think that they end up making it a little more volatile before it calms down, right? A little more volatile before it calms down. We see that because of the defensive nature of that Seven of Wands. Really don't want to deal with some of this BS. We don't, right? The Pisces is going to be a little more emotionally jacked up to stuff. A little more emotionally jacked up than most people. And you see that with the Six of Cups, almost like everything sort of gets them down, or they have some expectations that are just dumb at some point, right? You do have that Six of Cups feel, but I'm just saying it's going to get more volatile and then it's going to settle down. It's going to become more structured. I think that is what's going to happen next with you and the Pisces. You and the Pisces indeed. General for May. Let's get boo-boo out. Let's get boo-boo down with some general action because that's what you need today. Need some general. By the way, if you don't know, my new ebook is out. My new ebook is out. Link in chat. Link in chat if that works. Does that work? Apparently I can't log into chat. I don't know. Boo-boo will link it. Boo-boo will link the new book. Anyway, the ebook is out. The physical book is still being printed. So it is in the printers. I'm getting the prototype. I'm going to get it in my hands. We're going to show it on the stream and we're going to see how it looks. And then we're going to go from there because I think it's going to look pretty good. I worked my butt off on it. Hopefully it just looks amazing. Let's check it out. General for May. Okay. Eight of Wands. It is motion. It is motion. It is moving. It is sort of getting up, getting on to the next thing. Definitely not going to be dull at all. Definitely not going to be dull at all. It just gets on. It just gets moving. And the Five of Cups says, man, it is bittersweet. Okay, two things, boo-boo, right? One is, I think that you're ready to move on. We get this. We get this through the whole read. I think that you're ready to move on. That Queen of Wands, it's going to give you a little bit more power. It's going to give you a little bit more control, okay? It is going to get you in the driver's seat again because a lot of times I think that you feel like you're just out of the driver's seat. There's this happening. There's that happening. You feel like this randomness, a little too random, a little too unstructured. I think it's going to be get there, but it's bittersweet. There's going to be a lot of things that you miss, a lot of things that you want to come back to that you just don't come back to. And the Two of Swords as well. The unfamiliar sort of gets you down. There is a level of sort of being down and sort of, you know, oh man, I wish I could be back to normal. Wish I could be back where I was before. I think that you have a little bit of that. But I think the overall good feelings, the overall excitement, the overall command, and just sort of anticipation that you have really sort of rounds it out and overrides anything that was going to be negative in there, basically. So I think it's just going to be an awesome month for you. All right, a Generala for Mana. Let's see about that. What do we got going on for a little bit of general action? I mean, Shadowland Tarot is going to do it. Shadowland Tarot is going to get it done. It always gets it done. Come on. It always gets it done. It just does. Let's get a little bit of that good stuff going on in here and get the star. Get the star. We'll get this out of the way. Get the star. You're being guided, Mana. You're being guided to something else, something different, something a little bit more on the unusual side because I think you're just bored. I think that you're just bored at this point. So far, thank you for your donation. Appreciate you. The start, you're going to get a little bit bored. And I think that you've seen a glimpse of something interesting in the limelight. You've seen something that is going to be kind of grabs your attention a little bit. That Eight of Swords is you're not able to get it just yet, Manna. You can't reach out and get it. You can't move out and get it. But I think that day is going to come. I think the Tower says a lot of the stuff that you sort of work in your nerves, a lot of the stuff that is boring you at the moment, crumbles down. And you're glad to see half that shit go. You're glad to see half of it go, because the High Priestess says there is a learning environment. This is a learning process. And you realize that moving through life, moving through space into the next thing is a learning process. And you're going to learn a lot. You're going to learn a lot, I would say, in the next 2 months. And that is when it's going to be the big thing. That's going to be the big thing. You got to do. Why are you scared? Yeah, exactly. Why are you scared? You got to, Jess Winder, thank you for your donation. Spirit reading for Austin. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get some spirits. If I'm going to do a spirit reading, I'm going to use the Encore Tarot. That is going to be, that's going to be my buddy. That's my friend. I mean, if you have a best friend in life, you got to make it the Encore Tarot, right? You got to make it that Encore Tarot, because Chiro Marchetti gets it done. All right, let's see, spirit reading. Spirit, Emperor. You got the Knight of Cups. You got the Seven of Wands. Man, it's okay. Is somebody... All right. It's almost like somebody is trying to communicate with you that you don't want to talk to, is what I see. Somebody's trying to communicate with you that you don't want to talk to. It could be a guide, could be an actual person, but you have this force. You have this force coming in. They're trying to talk to you. They're trying to, I don't say they're forcing yourself on you, but they're trying to do that. The Emperor feels like this person has a little bit more going on than you definitely want, right? That Knight of Cups is going to be an emotional investment to hear this person, be emotional investment to encounter this person, sort of get in their head and sort of understand what's happening is going to be there. But the Knight of Cups moving forward, moving into a little bit of the defensive nature, that Seven of Wands. This could be something that you really don't want to deal with. It could be something that is on the defensive side. Should you communicate or not, especially if it's a guide? Maybe. I mean, this is going to be up to you. I'm not going to give any advice. I'm just going to spirit reading. I'm just going to say it is up to you, because this person will affect you emotionally. You're not going to get through scot-free. They are going to get you emotionally. It could be good. It could be bad. It could be a mix. But are you ready for that encounter? It's up to you. That's up to you. JJ, speaking of encounters, is going into the land of the tarot and Lenormand as well. That is an adventure by itself. You don't really know where you're going once you get started in that, but we're going to give it a shot. How are we doing if we have to judge ourselves? Justice says you got a good balance. You do. You got a good balance, right? You're not just overwhelmed by details of tarot. You're not just buried in Lenormand details. You're not doing a 36 Lenormand card read and doing a grand tableau and trying to, force your way through it. I think you got a nice balance. You're approaching it well. That's what you need. You're approaching it well. And the Four of Wands says, this is where you're going to be comfortable at, right? Because already, JJ, that doing tarot all the time or doing Lenormand all the time, going to get dull, going to get a little slow, going to get where you're like, I wish I had something else. I mean, I wish I sort of, was bombarded by some more good stuff. And I think this variety, again, with that justice, with that balance, is going to get you where you need to be. The Four of Swords says, make sure and take a break, right? You don't need to just really dive into this at full steam. Take a break. Let it flow. Let things occur naturally. And the Four of Wands says you're going to end up at home, comfortable where you need to be. It just happens. It just happens. It's one of the keys as you go through here, right? Samantha will see, unblock me by June. Samantha, I'm just saying, everybody's blocking everybody else. What's going on? I'm not blocking anybody. Oh no, actually I banned a boatload of people, but yeah, other than them, I mean, to get banned by me, you got to work at it. And these individuals, they put in the effort. They put in the effort to get banned. They did, and they got the reward. All right, but no, I mean, other than that, I don't like to block anybody. Okay. Oh, let's see. I mean, will they unblock me by yes or no question, right? The Knight of Swords, we got an action. The Four of Swords, we got a delay. The Nine of Swords, we do have a little bit of a concern over here. There is a little bit of a concern. Basically, I'm going to go no. I mean, I'm going to go no, right? You're going to go no. I'm saying that they're overly concerned about what you'll do. They're just concerned. You hit them where it hurts. Maybe you press the wrong buttons on them. Maybe you know what buttons to press. Maybe you know exactly what button to press to get under their skin. But that Four of Swords calls for a delay. It calls for not doing anything. It calls for planning. It calls for strategy. That's an interesting pregnancy card. What the hell's going on there? Why would the Four of Swords be a pregnancy card? Because you're laying down? I have no idea. Anyway. I don't think it's going to happen. I think they're not going to unblock you. They're just not going to do it. They're just not going to do it. We're going for a no. We're going for a no. They're just concerned about what you'll do. They're concerned about what you will do. Rita, I know what Rita will do. Rita will ask a question and want to find out how they feel about Rita. Let's find out. Let's find out. Let's use... I mean, what kind of deck do we want for feelings about me? We can do we'll do this one. This one, the Forest of Enchantment? No, I'm sorry, the Wildwood Tarot? That's where the world belongs. That's where the universe belongs, is inside of the Wildwood Tarot. Now, I did sell this deck. I did. The reason is I was comparing it directly to the Druid craft, and it wasn't as pretty. And I was like, screw this. But then it started, bothering me. I'm like, I really wish I could get that. I really wish I could get that back. And I had to buy it. Luckily, it's cheap. I didn't spend $400. That's the good news. All right, how do they feel about me? The Four of Stones, a little bit on the greed side. Nine of Stones, interesting. Woodward, and the Four of Bows. The Four of Bows is sort of interesting. You have a couple of sort of four cards, a little bit on the stability, a little bit on they like certain things about you. They like certain things about you a lot. I think that they really just cherish certain things about you as well. And they want to sort of get in that mode where that you offer them more of the good stuff. Because they clearly see the bad stuff, right? The Woodward, they clearly sort of see the bad stuff. I think some of the bad stuff is just stuff that they just don't like. I think it's because they are kind of picky about some things. They're really peculiar when they approach some things. When they try to, you can't micromanage a person. I think they try anyway. Again, I think a little too picky on that. Will they get out of this greed? Will they get out of this sort of this closed-minded thing? It's going to be difficult because that's how they roll sometimes. But I think that they sort of grow out of it. They do get a little more of the stability. I think they do sort of find a good balance in between that. You're just going to have to give them some time. Got to give them some time. It's definitely not something that's just going to be a freebie, right? You got to give them that time, give them the space. If you need space, that's fine. If you need space, that's fine. So fire, speaking of fire, So fire wants to know what's coming in romantic love. What is coming in romantic love? You know who knows? So fire, do you know who knows? The Poe knows. The Poe knows. By the way, if you like what you're seeing, if you're sort of like, man, this is a cool stream. Why haven't I been here before? What the hell? Hit that like and sub button. You know I'm going to beg for it. If a YouTuber doesn't beg for a like and sub, they're not a real YouTuber. I mean, come on. They're not a real YouTuber. Freezing for me. All right. I guess that's good, bad, and different. I don't know. Tina and Samantha, thank you for your donations. Romantic love. Oh, Jesus. What is this shit? This is the Four of Cups. Ooh, that's kind of nice. So far. That's kind of nice. You've been getting some offers that you just don't like at all. You've been getting some people that you just don't like at all. I think you got that mix to where you're like, why am I not getting some good value? Why am I not getting some quality up in here? It just feels like I'm not getting the quality that I need. I'm not. Eight of Pentacles is it's not from trying. I think that you know what you want. You know yourself by now so far. You're comfortable with yourself. You know what you want. You know where you need to be. And you know what you need as far as other people go. And yet you're not getting it. You're not getting it. But I get good news, that Chariot and the Moon. It's about sort of getting a connection, right? Getting a connection. I think with maybe an Aquarius, a little bit on an Aquarius side. I'm not saying Aquarius. I'm saying a little bit on the Aquarius side. You got to watch out. You got to watch out for the Aquarius sometimes. I'm just saying the Virgo, the Aquarius, you got to watch out sometimes. But the Chariot says you're moving towards this encounter with the Aquarius, What deck is this? A Poe. Edgar Allan Poe. The telltale heart, my friends. The Chariot says you're moving towards something, a little bit of quality, because the Moon says you just need a little bit of an emotional connection, and that's what you're going to get. That is what you're going to get. Feels like, oh man, this person could really read me well. They got a lot of good stuff there. Rose wants to know where they're going to get the book. The ebook is available on Etsy, but the physical book is still being printed. I'm going to have it in 2 weeks, and we're going to get it on the stream. We're going to open it up. Okay, let me tell you about the real physical book, okay? Let me tell you. All right, hang on. We're taking a break. We're talking about the physical book. Okay, I went to print the physical book. They said, how big do you want to make it? I says, as freaking big as you have. I want the biggest ass book that you have. They said 8.5 by 11. I said, yes. A massive book, okay? I said, what's the thickest page, the most high quality page that you have? We got a 80-pound glossy page. I was like, that's perfect. I'm going to have a beautiful 80-pound glossy page. So this thing is going to weigh like a car. It's going to weigh as much as a car. So it's going to be massive. You're going to go and put it on the table. You're going to open it up, and these super glossy, high quality, thick pages in here. 206 of them are going to greet you. I'm just saying now, you are going to be pleased. You're going to be quite pleased with this book. All right. They asked, how quality do you want to make it? I said, yes. What actions will the Capricorn take towards me? What actions are the shipping is killer. I mean, outside of the U.S., it is devastatingly bad. That's why I do the ebook. It probably actually would be cheaper if you're outside of the U.S. for you to get the ebook and print it, then get it and then ship it. What actions will the Capricorn friend take towards me this month? He is very busy with school and work. Needs some advice for this situation. Let's see if we got some Capricorn. Got some Capricorn action. Oh, it's been a while, my friends, since we have broken out the traditional manga tarot. And I'm ready. I am ready because man, it has been a while. Jazz Winder, it hasn't been a while since you've seen this. The traditional manga, you need it. I'm just going to say now, want to pre-order the book. The book is coming out. I'm going to put it up for pre-order when I get the physical copy because it's taken so freaking long to get this project going. Man, I got a great printer too. They have worked with me. They are patient. Amazing. What actions will the Capricorn take towards me this month? Not much. All right, the Capricorn friend, is taking their sweet time. They're taking their sweet time. We got a delay card with the Four of Swords, my friends. A delay, all right? Jazz Winder, we got a delay with the Four of Swords. And we have the Six of Swords. They're going to take the trip. They're going to take that trip, but they're going to take their sweet time. Rowing a boat across the lake with a sword or a stick, okay, takes a long time. The Four of Swords makes it even longer. If you're looking for them to make a move, and this month is almost over, you're looking at a few days, they're going to take their sweet time. I think that they're not going to take any actions. They're not going to take anything substantial until late May is my bottom line. Late May is when the actions start happening because they're in a state of transition. The Hanged Man, they're looking at things the wrong way. They're looking at things a different way. They don't really know how to sort of encounter. They don't really know how to sort of put things in context. They're sort of having some difficulty with it, right? The Queen of Swords, Jazz Winder, the Queen of Swords says, you're really, really ready though. It's almost like that you've been waiting. You've been you've been waiting. You've been looking for that. You've been excited about something in particular. And I think that you're going to get that. It's sort of the late May it starts. But again, Jazz Winder, they're so slow. They're so slow. You're going to have to put up with them. You're going to have to put up with them. That's one of the things. You're just going to have to put up with them because, that's it. Rita, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Samantha, will he unblock me by August? Okay. We're just going through. We're going through the months. By August, the Dreams Keeper Tarot will get it done. We're going to see if they will unblock you by August because something needs to happen at this point. I mean, you may have to just go around the block at this point. Go around the block. Get your buddy to ping them. And just say, can you unblock Samantha G? I mean, come on. August, Knight of Cups, the Fool, and the Fates. The Fates. I'll say yes. Going with thumbs up. Going with a thumbs up by August is a yes. It is a yes. Knight of Cups. They get a little emotional. Get a little bit of a shed of tear in the corner of their eye. They're able to be like, kind of miss that Samantha. Kind of miss, sort of interacting with Samantha. Kind of miss all that stuff. That fool, they make the journey to unblock you. They make it. They make the journey to unblock you. It's gonna be a good time. And the Fates. It's time. It feels like time. It just feels like that's going to be okay. It is going to be okay. Triple Moon Goddess. You can also do PayPal at the bottom. But we are wrapping up Triple Moon Goddess. Let me know. All right. I mean, we're going with a yes. Going with a yes. Andrew, thank you for your donation. Tina, will he be back soon wanting a commitment or a marriage? Apparently he left. He bailed on you. And now we need to get them back. The Tarot in Wonderland will let us know if that's going to even be freaking possible. I mean, is that going to even be possible? Somebody bought my ebook. Thank you for buying my ebook. Who was that? Who was it? Are they in chat? Are they in chat? Did somebody buy my ebook and they're in chat? It says guest. It doesn't say exactly who it was. It is a guest. They make up a fake name for the guests. But thank you, guest, for buying my ebook. I appreciate that. Physical book coming, I would say late May. Late May. It just takes some time to print all this stuff. All right. King of Swords. That Nine of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, and the Star. We're going with the thumbs up. Tina, we're going with the thumbs up here. I say yes. The Star is such a beautiful, beautiful connection. And Tina, you're asking specifically about commitment. You're asking about marriage. They need to make the choice. They need to do the Two of Pentacles thing and make that choice and make a good choice. And they haven't been able to. Tina, it's almost like they can't make a choice. They're wishy-washy. They're going back and forth. They're not hammering it down. They're not doing it, okay? I think that they end up doing it. That star. That's a soulmate card. It's a soulmate card. It means we're stuck together. We are together in this because I think they have some concerns and worries about marriage. Not just you, Tina. Not just you, Tina. It's like overall, they're just sort of scared. Maybe they got cold feet. Maybe their friend told them about some messy divorce. I don't know what happened, but they're scared. They don't want to be the Humpty Dumpty. They don't want to leap off the wall and get shattered. They don't want to do it. They just don't, right? But the star says they're going to be back. They're going to be back because there's that connection, that guiding light. It brings them back, and they have to make the choice. Scared? That's fine. But you got to put on the big boy pants. You do. You got to do it. If you want to keep the one that you love, the one that is guided to you from that star, you got to do it. You got to make the commitment. You got to put the ring on it. And then go from there. Go from there. Go from there. All right. Actions the Taurus will take towards me in the 4 months. All right. Let's see the 4 months. I mean, that's a pretty good time. That's a pretty good time. I think it's time we can actually use the Tarot of the Divine on this, right? A little bit of action on the Tarot of the Divine, see what actions they are going to take, because it's about time they took some action. We see we took some action. I get a delay. I get the Tower. Jesus, they get the Tower, the Sun, the Two of Coins. Fine. This looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. 5 of Cups. All right. Rita, bottom line is the action that they take is premature. It's not thought out well, and they just go for it. They just go for it. The Tower, screw it. If the whole damn thing crumbles down, I don't care. I really don't care. The Tower says, I'm going for it. I am going for it. I am going to make that connection, because the Sun says the Sun is, when the Tower falls, the Sun's on the other side of it. With the Sun's, the Tower's blocking the Sun. We need to collapse it and get to the Sun. The Two of Coins, this is a big thing. It is a big thing. So they are going to take some action. They're going to come to you. Okay, I think that they have some things that they've been waiting to say to you, bottom line, and they're going to say it. Is it going to be something you want to hear? Maybe, maybe not. The Tower says that is sort of an unusual event for sure. They're either going to confess something or going to say something to you. The Two of Coins, they finally made that decision, right? 5 of Cups is overall their approach is wrong, Rita. Their approach is incorrect. It's wrong. But if you're willing to sort of work with them, I think it's going to be okay. But you can get that 5 of Cups moment where you're like, this is not exactly what I had in mind, right? Not exactly what I had in mind. But, I mean, yeah, sure, why not? Sure, why not? And the final reading of the day is Andrew hosting Triple Moon Goddess. Triple Moon Goddess, let us know what your question is. Let's see. Triple Moon Goddess. All right. A reading closed. Readings are open. Triple Moon Goddess, let me know what your question is. He doesn't make my version of Marchetti anymore. I get your ebook. Andrew, I don't know what it is. Every time I see it, I want to color it. Did you use a question? I get the bootleg. Others were better. The 1983 Thoth Green. I was rich. I wouldn't be cared to be famous. I don't know. Triple. We need your question. Let me know what it is. In the meantime, I guess I can do I do a magic trick. While we're waiting on Triple Moon Goddess, we'll do a magic trick. What do you want to see the Rubik's Cube, or do you want to see the money trick? I mean, I can do the money trick. I can do that. So many people want the money trick. I got a lot of other tricks. I do have a lot of other tricks, but I mean, we'll just stick with these for now. Stick with these for now. All right, we've got $1, $2, $3, $4, $5, and we want to make some money. Everybody's asking about being rich and famous. Let me show you how to do it. You snap your fingers. That's all you do. That's it. You snap your fingers, and then you're rich. You got 20, 40, 60, 80. I mean, well, you know, with inflation, maybe this is not rich, but I mean, you just snap your fingers. You don't have to work. Yeah, everybody's like, I got to do all this. You don't have to do all that work. Come on. You don't have to do all that damn work. All right, question above. Will I get 1,000 subscribers soon? Let's find out about that. Let's see if we're going to get a grand. We're going to get a nice grand. Oh, man. Be nice. Maybe you'll get 35. Well, how many I got? 36,000? Maybe you get 36,000. 36,000 could be. All right, let's see if we can do it. Oh, can you use the Marchetti Tarot? I don't have the Marchetti Tarot. I guess I can use a sloppy seconds. We can do a sloppy seconds. What's a sloppy seconds for the Marchetti Tarot? I guess we could do this Marchetti Tarot. This is one of the originals. You know? All right. Am I going to get it soon? Let's find out about that. By the way, the Marchetti Tarot is an actual deck. It is an actual deck, but I do not have it because I'm getting burned out on churro decks. All the dudes are facing towards me. There's not a lot of symbolism that I like. They sure are pretty, but I think I've had enough. Anyway, the cloth though is gorgeous, and I did get the cloth. Queen of Wands, the Ace of Coins, the Ten of Wands, and the Two of Coins. I think that you're on the road to a grand. You are on the road to a grand. Getting a grand, doing monetization, getting the fat cash, doing the fat cash. Ace of Coins says you're on the build-up. Ace of Coins is that new adventure, is that excitement. It is that sort of the building of the, it's sort of the building of all of that good stuff. And that's kind of what you need, right? Kind of what you need. The Queen of Wands says what you're doing works. What you're doing works. So if you're thinking about, well, maybe I should alter something, I think maybe tweak a couple of things, but what you're doing works, right? The Queen of Wands, that is the CEO. What she does works. What she does actually affects people. And the Ten of Wands, right? Sort of that more things gathering, more subscribers, more things gathering, more subscribers gathering on the back and supporting you, right? This is a kind of an encumbrance card, bad news card, but I see it as people sort of stacking on the subscribers and getting onto your channel. Well, not literally getting onto you, but I mean, you know what I mean. Anyway, the Two of Coins. The Two of Coins. It's all about the decisions. It's all about the good decisions that you've made and the rewards of those decisions. That just happens. It just happens. Thank you for being here. We will see you tomorrow.
A minute until midnight. I'm just wondering where you at. Just thought I'd call and wish you good night. I left my key under the mat. I don't get anything done, you're stuck on my mind. I keep on missing your touch, missing your vibe. This feeling might go when I say what we had. Won't you come on over? Don't you miss me too? Give it all you got, babe. Give it all you got, baby. I'd rather try than lose you. Give it all you got, baby. Give me all you got. Keep dancing in the